I'm going to speak a bit about student eligibility for the program. So you must be able to work in the US without sponsorship. So we are open to DACA participants as well as students, international students that have a visa. If you do have a visa, as long as your visa allows you to work here without sponsorship, typically we see F1 visas where students use OPT or CPT. And we also are looking for students that are either currently enrolled or have recently graduated from a school either in New York City, or this is you're someone who's from New York City but attending school elsewhere. So we're looking for recent grads, typically May 2020 or later. For our summer program, there's a little bit more flexibility in your graduation date for our positions that aren't part of the summer program. And then we also are open to, all levels of higher education. So all the way from undergrad to master's degree, PhDs, postdocs. And we do have a soft requirement of a 3.0 GPA. I say it's a soft requirement just because we do ask for that GPA in the application, but we leave a space in our application. So if your GPA is lower than that, you can give some context. So you can say, I've worked full-time outside of school, I've worked a lot outside of school, I'm working on bringing my GPA up currently, I switched majors. Really anything to give context into why your GPA may be lower than 3.0. So it's not something that disqualifies you, but we are looking for some thought behind why your GPA may be lower.
So the way the placement process works, you're going to apply on our website. Once your application is complete, and we have a note below that you are required to complete the whole application if you're applying for the summer program. But for more current opportunities, we are allowing you to complete an abbreviated version of that application. Either way, once you complete it, you will get access to the list of current openings. But you must complete it first. Nobody else can see that listing. Then any positions that interest you, that seem like a good fit for you, you can submit a cover letter in order to apply. At that point, we are going to review the cover letter that you submitted as well as the application you previously submitted, and we will select those candidates that we feel are the strongest fit. We will forward those candidates' materials on to our host companies, and it is the companies who will decide who they would like to interview and ultimately make their decisions on who they would like to hire. You have the option to apply for as many positions as you like through our program, and we do encourage you to apply for multiple positions because they all are competitive. So here's a little bit at what we're looking at if you have completed the comprehensive application, that is for summer, which will also qualify you to apply for all the current roles. You're going to be asked to upload your resume, and you're going to be asked to write a couple of personal statements. Basically, we're looking to learn about why you're interested in participating in this program, why you're interested in working in the life sciences, and the type of work that you're interested in doing this summer. Don't feel like you can't give a valid answer to this question if, say, you are a business major or a computer science major. That's fine. We need students like you as well as those life sciences majors. It's just that we want to hear why you want to take your talents and your knowledge and put them to work in this industry. And we're going to be really looking to see that you put thought into these questions. In terms of the type of work desired, you can certainly mention more than one kind of position that you would be interested in. So let's say that you are a bio major. Most bio majors are probably interested in some kind of R&D role. But if you mention that you're also open to working in a business role, that just gives you more flexibility and more chance of actually being placed in a position because you will show your interest and desire to do other kinds of work as well. We have the option to include a video with your application. I strongly encourage you to do this. It's an opportunity to make your application stand out. Basically, us and the employers, we're all going to be looking at lots of words on a page when we're reading about you. And it's just it makes it memorable if we see you talking about something and exhibiting your passion, or talking about some aspect of your interest or your past experience that really excites you. It'll make us remember you when we, in the future, read one of your cover letters. We're going to ask you to upload your academic transcript, and this can be an unofficial copy. And there's going to be a section where you can fill in your extracurricular leadership activities. As Kaylin mentioned, your GPA is a required section, and any honors or awards are always a good thing to mention. Finally, we are going to ask you to give the name of at least one reference, up to 2. Be sure that you notify that person before you click submit on their name, because as soon as you do click submit, we are going to trigger an email to that person asking them to fill out a short form on your behalf. And just finally, a note that applicants are not guaranteed a placement. We'd love to place you all, but unfortunately we don't have enough roles for everyone who applies. And as Kaylin mentioned, the earlier you apply, the better chance you will have of getting accepted to a position. We are going to be evaluating you in several areas as we consider you as an applicant. We're going to look for your interest in a career in life sciences in some contexts, as I've mentioned. We're going to look for your personal and professional maturity and integrity, and we're going to be able to gauge those things in several ways. One is through what your professional reference writes about you. We're going to look at how much thought you put into your application and other materials submitted. We're going to look at your grades. We are going to look at how careful you were in terms of not having typos, being grammatically correct, that kind of thing, that you took a lot of care with your application. And also we're going to look at how much experience you have. Not that it's a bad thing if you don't have that much experience yet. You are, after all, seeking an internship, just that it gives us an idea when we come back to look at you for specific positions where you're at in terms of your own growth. And finally, we're going to look at your technical skills that you possess in your area of specialty, and what you've expressed about what you would like to learn going forward, and specifically in the internship this summer. And again, as I mentioned, if you are looking for a current role, we're basically only going to be looking at your basic information, where you go to school, what year you're and what your major is, and your resume and cover letter will be the most important things.